What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
And in Bindi Buhoma, we have two tribes. Those are the Bachiga. Then there are also Batwa people. The Batwa are the people who used to stay in the forest.
The pygmies can be found in Rwanda, Burundi, Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Zambia, Gabon, Angola. But never did I know that in Uganda, pygmies also exist. In Uganda, they call them the Batwas.
They are believed to have been staying in Green National Park since 1930s. Then in 1990, they were advised to come out of the forest because the government of Uganda wanted to conserve the forest. Then it had to let the people come out of the forest. Then the forest had to remain with animals, no people.
But it's sad to say that currently they are on the edge of disappearing.
They used to stay in the forest, they used to own the forest. But because the government want to sell gorillas, mountain gorillas and other things, the Batwa were chased in the forest without any compensation. We're here advocating for the Batwa in order to be developed. We develop them through education. We have charity organization which we use to make a fundraising or to get a fund from outside. From the well-wishers, the people who are interested in conservation can do donation, fundraising to help these people to go to school. Because when the generation don't go to school, they will always remain poor. And they will
That's a big fact. Now, I remember, forgot which video it was, but we was watching a video where some tribes would, I think I remember, you may remember the name of it, but they would have a tribe where some people would leave the tribe to have the Western ways of life, meaning that they would go out and just live the normalcy of what people would live in the government way and this, that, and the third, right?
Philippines?
No, it was actually a gentleman. He went to a tribe and he was able to, dress in their...
Kenya.
Was it Kenya?
It was in Kenya.
You remember the guy I'm talking about?
Yeah, it wasn't the Maasai. I don't remember what it was called, but it was Kenya.
Right. Well, I just know that's a thing that a lot of them do sometimes when their tribe is slowly shrinking, because they want to keep their cultural way of living. When sometimes they have the government at their hand to help them, but I'm seeing now that the government is saying that
it helps them develop themselves. Going out, get education, get work, and being able to support their family.
Sometimes they don't come back, sometimes they do come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with them going out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is the case with them, with this tribe, but they do have it to where they go out and they get education, they come back and they help funds, have their village, have their people, and things of that nature. Yeah. And you guys can let us know in the comment section if that's the case at all. You know?
And they would have a way, whether if one of their family members wanted to live in the city, they'll have that option.
Yeah.
They were owning the forest.
No, they don't own the forest anymore.
They don't own the forest anymore.
So what did they do outside?
They stay outside. They have a land that was given them by a non-governmental organization. Okay. They are regarded to be the poorest in our area. They're the poorest people in our area. They don't own anything. When you go and see where they sleep, some of them sleep in this kind of houses. So when you visit their settlement, you feel unhappy.
Wow, that's sad.
But using the tourists who come to see gorillas and the tourism that is taking place, well-wishers are always supporting.
So, I want to tell you guys something. Where we are right now, where we stand is Uganda. I don't know if you guys can see the hill right in front of me. That's the end of Uganda. Behind it, if you guys can see the hill right in front of me, that's the end of Uganda. Behind it is Congo DRC. And let me tell you one thing. I have been to Goma, and Goma was so green. And I was like, when I was here, I was like, why do I feel like I'm in Goma? It's giving me a Masisi vibes. So when the tour guide said, hey, this is just Uganda, and then this place is Congo, and I was like, I was right. Where am I going right now? I'm actually going to see pygmies. According to Dubrinsky, He says they are world's shortest people. I don't know about that. I don't know where Dubinsky got that from. Come along with me, let's go meet the pygmies. But let me tell you one fun fact. The pygmies used to stay in the forest where the gorillas are. When Uganda wanted to conserve the forest, they decided to kick them out. Yeah, let me use that word, kick them out, so that they'll be able to reserve the forest, so that the gorillas can, live forever without going extinct. So basically, the pygmies are now back in town, which I know and believe that they are not used to the lifestyle they're living right now.
So the pygmies, if I'm pronouncing it right, the who?
Pygmies.
The pygmies, yes. They was living among the gorillas at one point. And it probably wasn't no issues. Again, I can't call it as it was, but there probably wasn't no issues.
Well, what it sounds like if they kicked them out because they wanted the gorillas to live longer, it sounds like something was happening to the gorillas.
To the gorillas. Okay. Let's just put 2 and 2 together, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts.
So we are here where the pygmies are. You can see some of them right under the cave. I hope it become nice to us, man. I hate to film people when they are sitting down cool. But you know what? I have to do this for you guys, man. Let's go.
Since the battle left in the forest 30 years ago, the battle have been intermarried with the local people, and the battle have been eating the same food like we eat. The battle are no longer very short. Some are short, others are tall. But still their understanding remains for battle. When you study them and live with them and see how they are living, they are quite different from the Bachiga people.
So the
clap of the hands is a welcoming clap.
Okay.
It's called Jeffla. It's called Jeffrey, the Mutwa who was born in the forest.
Wow.
And we call him the Batwa chief in our cave.
So he's the chief.
He's the head of the cave.
Hi.
It's called Jackson, also born in the forest.
Who gave you the name Jackson?
When they left in the forest, they had to start going in our churches. In the forest, they had their own church, but when they left in the forest, they had to start go in our churches, so he got it from our Anglican Church of Uganda. In the forest, he had a different name.
What was the forest name?
Chomukama.
Chomukama. Okay.
So, there is an arrangement of how they would stay in their caves. When you want to sleep in a cave, this would be a bed. These are African giant fan leaves, and this would be a bed of a Batwa chief. And he would be having his fire, would help him to heat the legs.
What?
Okay.
That's how they would sleep. So this is what we use it to cover ourselves with.
He's not scared.
Warm enough for them in the forest?
For them in the forest, this is warm enough.
Wow.
Because they will be having some skins and the back clothes.
Wow.
What about their legs? It's not gonna
The
bend.
legs will always be there to make sure, because they would walk on a bare foot and it would be very, very cold. So when he puts it close to the fire, that's what he would do.
I think you need to call me the forest man, because the whole of today I've been moving through forest, tracking gorillas, and now I need to go find where the pygmies live in the forest. Okay, let's just go. But they used to live deep in the forest than this one. But they are currently a bit closer to the community, and we are on our way to go find them.
Most welcome to the Batwa forest. These people stay in the forest, and this is their forest cemetery. When one of them die, for them they used to use this buttress roots as their coffin. They would bring the dead person, put him here. When the head is facing down, the leg are facing up. They would bury like that. They would bury one here, another on the other side, another on the other side.
So where you are standing have humans?
Huh?
Where you are standing has people?
Yeah.
Buried?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would make fire here to protect the animals against the dead person, not to eat the dead person. They would be having fire side of the forest cemetery. We're right now going to walk and
being buried into
meet their
the
traditional
street.
dance.
This reminds me of old school Baptist church when I was young.
Come on now.
Listen, a whole lot may be different today, but listening to them, I just instantly teleported back.
Nah, real
Like,
talk.
for real,
talk.
just that.
I mean, hey, I'm just sitting right here on side of the chair, y'all, and I can tell y'all right now, I can feel the energy of when you made that comment because it was a real deal for you just
It
then.
was.
Sometimes we feel that, I don't know, it's like that. It's like a waking up in its spirit almost. You know what I'm saying? So like just a reminder, hey, just.
Yeah, no matter what kind of life, you know, but
it's a love of connection. It's a love of it. That's what he did too, though.
Welcome to our church. This would be the church where they would play their god, especially when they are going to hunt. Their god would bless them to get the animals, and sometimes they would use them as their accommodation. The buttress roots true. So when they play in this church, they would always kill the animals when they are going to hunt. Now it's playing.
Who is she praying to?
Playing to their god.
Who is their God?
They call him Nyabinji. Nyabinji is their god of the forest, whom they used to play to get the animals to the meat. Especially they would get blessings when they're going to hunt.
See, my question would be like, how did they, like, where their name came from? Because that's history. You know what I'm saying? We all know what we know because of how we was brought up.
right.
They know what they know because of how they was brought up. So I'll be like, how did that enter you guys as religion? Like, how was that a thing at one point for y'all? So that's interesting. Because we have a story on how we became in the, you know, the church home that we was in and everything. That's a timeline to it, you know? Interesting.
They would get the back clothes from this tree. The back clothes would be got from this tree. So this would be...
So what she's holding has come from the tree?
Yeah.
Wow.
Back clothes. Naturally made. They don't wash it.
They don't wash it?
They don't wash it.
Wow. Okay.
Just keep putting it in the sun. And it would be their clothes. This one and the skin of the animals which they would eat. And they used to hunt forest bush pigs, duikers, and monkeys. Those were the common meat they would eat.
Okay, we had made that comment earlier about the gorillas and the monkeys. So it was like we didn't know whether there was a thing between them and the gorillas because they wanted to kind of preserve the gorillas, you know, existence. And okay, he just kind of put a cap on it. We understand now.
Since they no longer live in the forest, they decided to show me their lifestyle when they used to live in the forest, and I believe that was quite interesting.
Wow. Yeah. The storyteller, see?
They used to comb their hair when they live in the forest. But where do you get this from?
From African giant tree.
Oh, this one. So it's the same like
African giant pine tree.
this one. Oh, okay, same thing. The pygmies are hunter-gatherers, and one thing about
I would need a strong one because our hair is curly, right? When it's time to try to make sure it's standing up correctly, I'll need a strong. Trying to tell you.
Girl, mine is kinky.
We all know. If you know, you know.
Yeah, hunting is that they will first make noise to confuse the animal, hunt it down, and on their way back, they will sing in celebration of a great hunt. One thing that I think we all need to learn from them is the fact that the food that they hunt are shared among the whole community.
These people, they stay most of their time hunting in the forest. And they would come when they are tired and sexually dormant. They would chew this type of the bark of the tree and they would become sexually active. Really? Are you serious?
This guy!
Okay.
This one? I take it home. Huh? Give me some. Yeah. I take it home. Wow.
This is not the first time we heard this though.
Yeah.
It's like there's always something. I think it was one video we was watching. It was from a leaf or a plant or something that they would use, and they would mix it up. Something that would take it and it would help them. Even the one with Sonny. He was watching a video. I think it was from an animal they killed or something, and he said this is for the men with low libido.
Oh,
So,
Zimbabwe.
It was in Zimbabwe. It's like you got
They be like, baby, we need
hey,
extra.
When I say they keep it all natural, they really keeping it natural.
Yeah.
Man. Hey, and another thing I want to mention, you guys, that's why we give, like, we don't give hard opinions on the things that we don't have the real facts about. So you guys are always open and free to put as much comments as you like in the comment section to help us get a clarity on a lot of things that we may be asking, all right? So I just want y'all to think that we're not ever trying to come off as something that's like we know everything. You know? We're learning as we go with you, okay?
Viagra comes from?
Yeah, the back of it acts as African Viagra. You can see that they have always destroyed it from top this side. They always sell it to the people who are in need of it. They always use it. So it will be the medicine for these people.
Wow. That's super crazy, man.
He still got it in his hand.
Never knew.
It's
It's like they live in the forest and they've found everything that makes their life easier and better. Give me some, man. I need it. Okay. Thank you. I save it. 2 minutes.
Well, people go to Walgreens to get, you know what I'm saying? They got it in the forest.
Yeah, that's
because you got to think about it. What is in the forest has already been studied in labs and pushed into the stores. And that's how they make their money in the medical field.
Yep.
It's coming right from Mother Nature.
Yep.
Boy.
What do? I eat it?
I call it.
How? How do I do it?
I call it.
Like this?
I call that to show it.
Where's Wodema's wife? Stop him. Stop this guy.
What did he say? What did he tea? And then this one?
So this would be
Facts.
the Batwa community. These huts would be the Batwa community. They used to have the forestry house. The forestry house would be a hut where they would leave their children when they are going to hunt. An old man like a grandfather or grandmama would keep there with a bow and arrow to protect the young one against the wild animals.
It's down on tree.
Yeah, it's always up so that the animals cannot easily climb there to take the children away when the parents have gone to hunt. They will come the fire. So they use the fire for smoking. It's going to smoke now. Someone is going to smoke. Also, they would use the fire for harvesting honey.
Living out of your own natural habitat is extremely tough. Hence, the tougher life of these pygmies living in this part of Uganda. And it's about time the government compensate and empower them so that they'll be able to live happily in their newfound home. I hope you all like this video. Share so that others can learn something new from this video. My name is...
Facts, man. Hey, y'all go show his page some love though, cause the work he do is amazing.
Yes, definitely. I do agree with the government coming in and compensating them and preserving their culture. And we've seen it done all over. We've seen it done in Brazil.
Yep.
Another place in South America, I forgot what it was. We've seen it done in the Philippines, other places of Africa.
I can't name it, but I remember a few more as well too.
Yeah, so like if they do that for, we all know the Maasai.
They have their land.
The Maasai is famous for their culture,
part
right?
of the forest is strictly owned by certain tribes. Like the government made sure that they get to have that. You know what I'm saying?
Preserve it, yes. It's a unique way of life, you know, that has been here for a long time. So it needs to be preserved.
Facts.
People, world travelers want to go and be amongst the people to experience their culture, you know? So,
I mean, I think people don't realize how important history is to people.
Like me.
Yeah, like people really are fascinated by history. Like, and this is historic.
Living history.
You know what I'm saying? My man was born in the woods, in the forest. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a chief.
Exactly. Like
they want to interview him.
I would love to see somebody have birth, see what they do. You
man,
know?
It's different.
Think about it. Think about here in the United States, midwives. Where did midwifery start in the United States? It started with us, right? And so then, okay, I was about to go through the whole history of that. But anyway, we started midwifery. Okay, so just going back to that and just seeing how people live. I love how people can thrive on what they know. They're harvesting honey. They made combs.
That's me right there. I like that.
Yeah, they made combs for their hair. They know how to make a fire. I don't know how to make a fire. All right, so that's why history needs to be preserved.
Right, and I'm just fascinated by the medicines they use from the forest.
Of course.
Well, not that part. But man, I'm just saying, it's like the medicine, the herbs, the things they use to keep them healthy. Like all of that stuff is already amongst them, and they understand what they have in their reach. So it's like that's dope to me.
I love that.
That's
I love that. Would love to see them, you know, invest more into that. Not just for tourism, but for them. People deserve the right to live the way that they want to live.
Right.
You know? So we hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We have enabled our super thanks if you like to support the channel that way, as well as our reaction request form is in our description box below. We'll see you soon.
Peace.